back to another episode of the Discourse Duo podcast. Today we have a little bit of a special for you.
Special? Isn't that
We
special?
just... Isn't that special? I still love the... this and that. Discuss amongst yourselves.
yeah.
That's such a good one.
Yeah.
But no, we just went and saw the movie The Blue Beetle, and we kind of want to talk about it, so we figured we would kind of just give our opinions on it a little bit today. So we're just like when we were talking about The Flash, it's going to be a little bit different of a setup for this episode, a little bit less constrictive. Yeah. So we're just going to jump straight into that.
How'd you like it?
Overall, I thought it was going to be really crappy, which I'm happy that I did think that. It's not Iron Man, right?
Right.
But it was really pretty good. I had a good time with it. There's lots of problems.
We said the same thing with Flash, that it was a good time, is what we said.
Okay. That's fair. Let's I shouldn't have said Iron Man. I should have said Flash because Flash is DC and this is DC, so we can't really compare it.
Okay.
This, in my opinion, was a better experience than the Flash movie.
Sure.
I think
It was more fun.
Yeah, it was way more fun. It was reminiscent for me of Shazam. The first Shazam.
The first one.
Clarification.
Right.
Because first Shazam was really good. Second Shazam was kind of iffy.
Oh, flat. Couple okay moments.
Yeah, there was definitely good moments.
Unicorns, man.
Oh my God, the unicorns. I loved that scene so much. All right, so here's the big thing. Overall, I would say this movie is probably going to be a rating for me of like a 7.
Okay.
But not because of the same reason. Because I would say the Flash movie was also like a 7, but they're two different reasons.
Yeah, I agree.
The story from the Flash, I loved.
Yeah, they did a good job.
The execution from the Flash, I hated.
Right.
The CG from the Flash,
That was like
I
a 4.
freaking hated.
It was like a 4. Yeah.
Yeah. Now with this movie, CG had one thing that really pissed me off, and like maybe 3 things that I was like,
Yeah.
But they were not the fight scenes.
Right.
The fight scenes looked immaculate.
They look good. Yeah.
There was a couple of scenes like in the beginning flying portion when they're doing like the system startup that I could nitpick once I get it on like Blu-ray.
Sure.
But if I have to look for it, I'm being extra. You know what I'm saying? Story-wise.
So story-wise, it's going to, I think certain demographics will relate to it and appreciate it more than others.
Agreed. I think that's awesome. This is going to sound like I'm trying to make fun of it, but I'm not.
Yeah.
This is like a Hispanic Black Panther in a sense, where there's a lot of things that are very much towards a particular culture.
Sure.
That this particular hero represents because of the heritage of the actual character.
Yeah.
That are still amusing, still funny for other people, but they don't have the same like, oh man, they're talking about X. You know what I mean?
So some of it is less relatable to cultures that aren't familiar, right? With some of the either pop culture characters,
references,
or a TV show, whatever TV shows or anything like that, of Hispanic heritage, right? So it's just like, as we heard people in the theater laughing at some of these things, we were just like, that must be something that's funny,
Like the cartoon that they referenced like a couple times was even one of the end credit scene things,
right?
Spoiler.
Yeah.
Dude, spoilers. I've never even seen it before.
Yeah.
But
that's okay.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It is what it is, man. It doesn't have to be for everybody. As long as it's for the people that enjoy it, and there's enough of those people that enjoy it to justify making more of it a good thing, then by all means, go for it.
Yeah.
That being said, the actual story, like storyline beat for beat for beat, It's a origin superhero story.
Yeah, pretty basic.
We've seen it every single origin one. There's not, they didn't break anything new here.
Yeah, but it didn't.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't boring. It didn't over explain itself.
No,
it did a good job of
it didn't insult the intelligence of the audience.
Yeah, I think it just kind of here's what this is, and here's this now, and they explained things about the character and the character's abilities as he was in action sequences, not like this little side thing where the best friend has to help him figure out, or the sister has to figure out how he's going to use his powers, or any of that kind of stuff.
Okay, that was okay. So the things that I feel like most people are going to enjoy the most are some of the things that I disliked the most, which is some of the family elements.
Sure.
That being said, I am so happy that they let the sister be her own character,
right,
and not the stereotypical friend / family member character that's in every superhero movie.
Right.
That's what I really liked about it. Is that while some of the stuff was a little cheesy, some of the stuff was a little over the top, at least it was original.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. You thought it was going to go kind of in one direction, and they didn't go in that direction, which is great.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, the other big thing I'll say is, and I mentioned this to you multiple times on the drive home, it's a 2 hour and 7 minute movie.
Yeah.
And it felt sub hour and a half for me.
Right.
It had such good pacing that I didn't, obviously I knew where I was in the movie as far as like, okay, we've now moved into act 2. Okay. Now we're in act 3, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But it did not feel like 2 hours.
No.
It was a very good experience. Mm-hmm. Like you said, high energy.
Yeah. Yeah. The choice they made was to lean into the family element of it, and give more screen time to the family, because the whole point of it was that's his power. That's where he gets his strength from, is his family.
Yes.
So that's why they had to create those roles,
family. Right?
To protect, but they also give him strength, is what he said at the end.
He's Gohan.
So pretty much, yeah. You know, and without their encouragement, right? Because the mom gave this whole pep talk, which got, you know, she talked to the alien suit, and she talked to him. And so it's like, I know you're listening. And, you know, and she did the whole mom talk thing. So like, yeah. And I thought that was kind of cool. Where, okay, at least you knew what this was and what they were trying to convey.
Right.
With this character. Like that part of it made sense. Now, on that same note, I didn't like that all the family now can like all of a sudden use advanced technology and weapons to come save him in this particular part of it. Where, in all honesty, he didn't need that, because he was already making that connection, and he could have broken out of that probably anyway.
He got out on his own. Yeah.
It just so happened that the timing worked where an explosion occurred the same time he made that connection. And I don't think one needed to happen or the other, right? For the other to happen.
I think he would have been able to get out on his own once the brain waves linked.
Exactly.
I think he would have been able to overpower.
Right. And what they could have done is just still did the whole lean on the family thing, and they did. The father, who was in whatever.
Yeah, so that was a really good use of your Uncle Ben trope.
Correct.
And the follow-up scene was a follow-up scene that I did not expect in the slightest. Like the afterworld
Sure.
Like situation. That was really, really well done.
Yeah.
Also it had like the whole like, you know, the finger touch.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and they nodded to the culture too, because like you know, the candles, and they had all that, and which was pretty cool.
If you want to be that guy, that's why your house burnt down. Shouldn't have been lighting those candles.
Jeez, terrible. But the plastic on the chair.
The plastic on the chair. Oh my god. Okay, so. That scene was very, very good, and it came in like just the right moment that I didn't want to ruin it.
Yeah.
But immediately when I saw it, I was just like, attention to detail.
Yeah, that was good.
Perfect.
That was good.
I liked Lopez's character more than I thought I was going to, based upon the preview.
I thought he was going to have just like
I thought
throwaway lines.
Here's the thing. Yeah. The preview was actually really good. Both of them. I actually watched 2 of them. They were good previews. They do not do the movie justice. I think they set up a Disney Channel version of this movie.
Yeah, it seemed like it should have been like debuted with Miss Marvel, right? Like from the trailers.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I honestly think it's so much better than what the trailers perceive.
Sure.
So let's talk about some of the shit. There's multiple times where the family does things that don't make sense for a family to do in a typical society.
Yeah.
And I feel like they kind of are just trying to do a joke, but it doesn't make sense. You're dropping off your son, your 22-year-old son, mind you.
It's not even a job interview.
To go talk to a woman about possibly getting a job.
Maybe.
And your entire family gets out of the car when you're dropping him off and starts like chanting your name and making jokes and all those kind of things. And it just really pulled me out. That was one of those scenes that I was just like, this is the equivalent of slapstick.
It seemed like a caricature of a family.
Yes.
You know, an Hispanic family, right? Because I mean, we know a lot of people, Hispanic, you know, and their families. And yes, there are elements that I recognize from like some of the banter and stuff that we saw within the household.
Right.
But never the whole like, oh, we're all going to crowd into this person's truck and then drop this person off at a job interview. It's like, I don't know. I think that they leaned in a little too
heavy with that.
Too heavy with that.
Also, okay, this is...
It's nitpicking, but
this is like a super nitpick. That's I'm being like extra here. They're a Mexican family, a very proud Mexican family, which is cool, that lives in the Keys of what would be the equivalent in the DC world, I think, of like Florida.
Right. Yeah.
But I don't know, man. The way that they have everything looking, it feels like San Diego.
Yeah. No, I knew they were. I mean, they were just trying to go for something different. So.
I know. But it was just a little strange. It felt like a little bit of they were trying to make it like more of a Californian type style situation, even though it's on a completely different coast.
Yeah, maybe.
So that was a little weird. Like I said, extreme nitpicky, but it was also just kind of strange because, and the reason why I feel like that was a little strange is because they also go very like 80s Miami Vice with the colors, which is kind of cool. I liked their weird futuristic looking Miami.
Yeah.
Was it Pana something? City?
Right, I'm sure. Yeah.
But yeah, it looked like if you took Blade Runner and turned off the Gotham City filter and turned on the Vice City filter.
Right.
And it was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
We got all kinds of RGB lighting, all of it's neon colored. And, you know, they got little signs of the little ramen guy moving his little ramen bowls up and down. And,
yeah.
But yeah, like, it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Obviously it's always fun when you get a couple of little Easter egg things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big
we
Belly
got that.
burgers.
Yep. We got that.
It's cool.
That was cool. The other thing I didn't like was some of the continuity issues with Lopez's character, because it was just, maybe it seemed like it should have been a longer movie and they just cut some of the stuff out, but
Right.
they never really explain how he's this tech genius.
I think it's because I'm with you on that. I agree. They didn't give enough.
You know?
how my headcanon.
He worked at the
auto
body.
thing. He was a mechanic.
Sure.
So because of that, he then is able to do basic things with any kind of machine.
Guess he makes this whole thing. I don't know. It just
no,
came
that
out of
made
nowhere.
sense to me. That made perfect sense to me because he is a nut job conspiracy theory guy, and he 100% would be trying to find ways to be invisible to Big Brother.
I think it was a weak connection because it's like they said that thing in the beginning just so they can bring that back for that one part.
Yes and no, because he's very anti-government for like,
but that also plays to
all of the last like 10 minutes.
That also plays to the like the Mexican, like, oh, you know, they always throw, you know, us Mexicans in jail, and like, you know, like that was one of the lines that was said in there, you know. So he also plays that like, you know, anti-government type like. Right. You know, role, but it was more of the like they're listening to you, their technology. So that's kind of where I thought it was strange. Where like so then he takes his truck and the whole family right outside the big headquarters of the place that he was just like that he dogs like about. Oh, they're in.
He refuses to get out of the car at the airport because of all the cameras that would be able to see him.
Right.
But then he goes to the equivalent of like Oscorp. And it's just like, hi.
Right. It makes and honking his horn, drawing attention to himself.
Did it have the
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
Not in that scene. He was just regular horn honks, but like that
in the
vehicle did have it.
In the scene for the airport, it did though, right? Which was right. Yeah. Continuity wise, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just thought that was interesting. Like that's what I mean. Like that character, there was a lot of like when it makes sense, when it's appropriate, they address that, but then they also just forgot about some of that stuff.
Well, it's also like I think that the biggest moment that the character has in the preview is obviously the Batman's a fascist comment,
sure,
which in the preview annoyed me.
Yeah.
But in the actual movie, I was like, actually, okay. They made it seem like it was a bigger thing than what it was, and his comment on it actually kind of made sense from that moment
for that character too, because that character had a commentary for everyone, right? So he was the point he was trying to make was he liked Blue Beetle,
yes,
more than Batman, comparing eccentric billionaires,
right,
because Blue Beetle had a sense of humor, and there was some of that. So that's why Batman's a fascist, because he's like, oh, you just uptight and this and that, So it's like
swear to me,
right? It makes sense. That line makes sense when you.
It makes sense when you have more context. And that's why I think that that is my issue with the trailers, is that it makes you feel like you have enough context to be able to make a good judgment, and then when you sit down and you watch the movie, you're like, oh, it's not a complete bait and switch, but it's the good version of that.
Yeah.
The fight scenes actually pretty good.
They were pretty good. Yeah.
And
the action was good.
Evolution of his fighting style, minus the thing that I know you're going to say, was actually really well done too. The fact that you're having the AI fight for you multiple times without you even being able to like do anything. And then all of a sudden, once again, like the Vulcan mind meld goes together, then you're starting to actually be able to do some of the crazy flip and jump things on your own.
The way to describe that pairing, that symbiotic pairing, was, they did it well, but it was if you take Jarvis, Venom, and Siri.
Well, I was going to say whatever.
Marry them together.
What's the one that Spider-Man has?
Sure, yeah, that too. But that's just stealing Jarvis, basically.
100%. Yeah.
So that's why you just say Jarvis. But if you take those three elements and put them together, that's the AI for Blue Beetle here. And I like the sort of the Venom thing they were doing, where like they talk to each other and like he hears the voice in his head type thing. So.
Did she hear the voice at the very end?
No,
because it sounded like she made a comment of, she's like, so were you excited? Something like that?
No, she's like, wait, what? Like, oh, no, not you. Like, he like...
Okay.
He said a thing, and then because he said the thing, she ask the question. And then, oh, no, not you, not, sorry. And then, she's like, oh, yeah. She remembered it was.
That he has an alien in
a
his
voice
head.
in his head. Yeah.
And everyone's okay with this.
Well, she knows the history there.
Yeah. I liked the mid-credit scene. It was so obvious that her dad is still alive.
Oh, yeah.
He just magically disappeared one day.
They never addressed it. So.
Never addressed it. I liked the fact that they didn't, shoot themselves in the foot with that.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
The humor landed pretty well. For the most part.
They killed a lot of people.
Yeah. Surprisingly, especially when he was going for this whole no kill,
Yeah. When Uncle Rudy skewered that dude on the bug vehicle thing and just like shook it off like a cat stepping on tape, I was actually kind of shocked.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, that is one of the scenes that I think was actually really poorly done.
Yeah,
because there was a
CG.
lot of people that were reacting to being hit by things that were not actually hit by anything.
Yeah.
So that was obviously, I don't think they knew.
Even some of the CG wasn't great with the way it was walking and stuff.
Also, I don't know what it is that she graffiti wrote on the front of it.
Yeah, I didn't see it,
but that was horrible.
I didn't like that. It's like, it's like, are you just saying because like the Hispanic person would use graffiti and tag it? First of all, and that was way too good looking of a tag.
Yes, for what she was doing.
And the amount of time she did.
Yes.
It's like, it just comes naturally. Like, what is that?
Yeah.
They never expressed the fact that now, if
she also only had one color of spray paint, and it's like a freaking
green and silver.
It's a gradient.
Yeah. If they would have expressed the fact that maybe she was an art student or had some type of like talent, then I'd be like, okay, cool, because that fits family. She put her mark on it.
Exactly.
That's all they needed to do, but they didn't. That was just too random.
I wonder if they wrote Reyes on it.
Probably did.
That's probably what shit was.
But that's fine.
I couldn't read it because it wasn't that it was quick. It was way too quick. They only showed it like a couple of times, and every time it was like slightly out of focus.
But that's all they needed to do for me to just leave that scene alone, and then it would have been like, oh, cool.
Yeah. Our bad guy. I think that's the last thing that I really want to talk about. The
bad guy I liked. The bad gal. I
So our henchman guy.
He was good.
Spot on.
There was some good story there too.
Good scar work. Like I love a badass military dude with a scar situation.
Yeah.
It's way overdone, but when it's done right, they look super intimidating.
It made sense for this role, for this character. Yeah. All of that made sense. So.
They actually had overall, not just for the villains, but overall backstory and like exposition was delivered so well. I never felt that we hit the speed bump to be able to like, we have to tell you some stuff really quick so you can understand the next scene. No, everything was so smooth.
It all fit appropriately. It all worked.
So good.
When she was saying her backstory, the Brazilian girl was saying her backstory to
Jamie.
No.
Jamie. No. I'm trying to think of her name. I know what his name is. His name in English, with not knowing how to pronounce J's, is Jamie. Yeah, I know. I get that. But I'm trying to think of her name.
You sound so ignorant saying that.
What?
They don't know how to pronounce J's.
Yeah. No. I said if you don't know how to pronounce J's correctly in their language, I'm saying that we're idiots, you schmuck.
So that's the thing that bothered me, actually. When he went there and said, Jaime, my name's Jaime. I'm here to see. And she's like, okay, Jamie. It's like, wait a second. She wouldn't have called him Jamie. She would have repeated the thing that he said. If she would have saw it written down, I think on that was supposed to be a
demeaning thing.
I get it, but
I know. I agree.
It would have fit better if it was on a guest log. Okay, Jamie. No, it's Jaime. Okay, Jamie, just sit down. Then it's like because that would have been more appropriate.
Or like when someone calls someone like Josie instead of Jose.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That would have been more of like the jab at the the ignorant white person.
No,
that happens all the time where
absolutely.
it's read that way.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, I want to go back to the bad guys, but
Sorry.
the Sanchez thing.
That was funny.
I was waiting for it. You knew he was going to turn.
Right.
But once again, talk about killing people.
Yeah. Dude got murked. Yeah.
Blood splat.
Right.
Hardcore.
Right.
But yeah, no, so the henchman dude is really good.
Yeah.
The way they have his whole story works out really well. But our main villain, the chick, the character itself, I didn't have a problem with. I like Susan Sarandon.
Yeah.
I didn't like this casting.
I didn't like the casting.
They could have found so much better of a fit.
It wasn't her fault.
It's not her. She didn't ham it, and she didn't like phone it in.
Yeah.
It wasn't the
right casting.
Just missing.
Shouldn't have been her.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been her. We have difference of opinions of who it should have been.
Yeah,
but I still think all of ours would have been better than that.
What I would have liked, and the reason I said it, like if it was like a Sharon Stone or someone like that, like who still kind of has that like older woman sex appeal type
Michelle
thing.
Pfeiffer, maybe.
Michelle Pfeiffer, that would have been a great one.
Now I'm thinking about that.
Yeah, like that type of.
See, you went more with like a femme fatale type style.
Yes.
Where I was thinking more of a like gritty, I'll beat the shit out of you style.
Yeah, I think it would have worked with the femme fatale type style because it was like, hey, she got to where she is in business because she uses everything to her advantage.
Right.
She's ruthless, but she's also seductress, like the kind of thing where,
and then also,
how would she keep him on the line, right? You know, the henchman guy, that could have been like a little thing, like, because she kind of did like, oh, I fix you. And like this caretaker
she was freaking
thing.
Like manipulative, like gaslighting, but like a mug.
It seemed so disingenuous. Like
I was actually waiting for a line from him saying, I'm not broken. I don't need to be fixed. Because I was waiting for that. And I'm happy that they didn't do it because it would have been the easy, cheesy route.
Right.
But like,
yeah, because we knew it. But yeah. But like he didn't buy any of that stuff.
No, he didn't like
when
that
she
bitch
walked
at all.
away. Like he'd like make a fist and all that kind of stuff that would indicate it. But like, I don't know. I think they could have done more with like that relationship to make it like why he's so easily. He could have snapped her neck anytime. Why didn't he?
I really just think that it was one of those things that he didn't have the full memory.
Yeah, it could have been.
And I think that he looked at it as I was a double amputee, a useless nothing, just self-loathing.
Right. Like, hey, she's
100% taking advantage of a disabled person.
This rich person who's putting their tech into me to make me whole again. Right. And like, so I just have to kind of go along with this to get this.
The one thing, and we mentioned this as well, where it's not fair because they're not trying to copy somebody else, but that other thing just happened to be similar and to come out first, is the whole what's the last name? Cord?
Yeah.
Cord?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
The corn missiles blowing up, and it's just like, oh, Stark Industries. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's the same basic thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like, hey, we're a weapons manufacturing company.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Next generation takes over. Yeah, we're not doing that anymore. And then now this other generation, Jeff Bridges wants to come over and take it back. It's not their fault.
Yeah.
They obviously were not trying to copy it because they did a very good job of distinguishing itself. But there's similarities. Like I said, it's any origin story.
We're not making weapons anymore. It's not gonna be right. So
yeah. There was some really good aspects, like I said, of the character for the main bad guy. I wish it was somebody else. That's all it is.
Yeah.
But because I'm not as familiar with the Blue Beetle, I don't know what really happens from here. My only interaction with the Blue Beetle is from Young Justice.
Yeah, I've got
which was the season 2. Remember that season 1 of Young Justice is amazing. Season 2 is confusing as hell until you get about halfway through it, because there's just like a fucking random 10-year jump.
I think I have very little exposure to that character. I think maybe Justice League Unlimited, there might have been a thing about that. I don't Booster Gold they did.
Think it was him though, was it?
No, it wasn't. Not that character.
It was the older version.
Ted.
Yeah.
Right. And then Heroes.
He's the one that's friends with Booster Gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Heroes in Crisis, which was a Tom King miniseries or graphic novel. That's the most I've ever kind of dug into that character, and it was both of them because they're best friends, and they're the kind of main people in the story, in all honesty. So that was a cool little thing, but it gives you some nods to backstory because there's like these video, all the heroes have this like video journal that they do, this vlog type thing.
I remember this now.
Yeah. And so you get some backstory from that of just them telling their story, because like they cut to it in different parts and stuff. And
right.
So, but like, so that was the most I've ever got, but it was not like the true, like, this is the origin story of this character.
Right.
Kind of thing.
Right.
Like I know more about Star-Lord than I do Blue Beetle and like the origin and stuff like that. And like, it's nothing to do with.
So do I actually, now I think about it.
It has nothing to do with it. They didn't do, the movie is nothing at all what his original origin was. So at all.
Which character were we talking about?
Star-Lord.
Oh, Star-Lord? Yeah. Well, yeah. It's not even, yeah.
Not even close.
No. The entire original cast of Guardians is not even close.
No.
Yeah. Yondu's a fucking starting member. Like,
oh yeah.
Fucking situation.
This kid was born. He didn't kind of look like his mother or father because of the stars aligned, and it's like this. He was going to be like he's like prophecy kind of thing with the astrology and that kind of thing. And then it's like, the father didn't like him. Father was going to kill him, stab him, took him from the mom, that kind of, right? And then he had a heart attack and died and didn't kill him. And then like the mother raised it. And then the mother was like shot by an alien. And that's why he wants to go to space and like, oh, these damn dirty aliens, right? It's Charlton Heston, essentially. But like that was the whole like story for him.
So blew it up,
right? It's just interesting, right? So it's like, but like no, that's definitely not how they did it in the movies, which I'm glad, because the way they did it was a lot better.
Yeah.
And they did it when they used a newer rendition of who his father was and the character and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Right, in the original, but sometimes it's if the source material doesn't work.
No, I mean,
you can't modernize it.
The other thing too with Blue Beetle is that it's a character that has multiple characters
who've played that. Yeah,
I can't think of the right word for it. It's like a lineage. It's a pass down,
like Robin, right? Like Robin, except the hero, not a sidekick, not a sidekick.
You're really pushing my buttons, buddy.
Yeah, a little bit.
But yeah, no, like I said, overall, I really did enjoy it. I won't go see it again in theaters.
No.
By any means.
No.
But when it comes out on like HBO, like I would totally watch it with some chicken or like a sub.
Yeah.
Although I know there's like a half an hour more like on the cutting room floor. Give me a special edition with some of those deleted scenes, my dude.
Yeah.
Also, I would love some featurettes about this one. Once again, I know they'll be on like DVD stuff, but I don't ever get those anymore.
You could have had more fun with this.
I will say this. Okay, one last little positive nugget to end on. I don't remember his name, but the main character, the main actor, I was very happy to see that he actually is a better actor than what we get to see on the Cobra Kai show.
Yeah.
Because I liked him from the only reason why I even knew anything about Blue Beetle's production stuff was because of that actor. So I do like him.
Yeah.
He's actually a really good actor when he's not doing a
like
teen drama overacting bullshit.
Right,
you know what I
right,
mean?
right. Well, that's the theme, right? The 80s style.
Exactly,
right?
exactly. And so I'm happy about that. I hope we get to see him in some more stuff moving forward.
Yeah, he was good. Yeah, I really enjoyed him. It was pretty good.
So you have a little thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the spirit of Blue Beetle, you know, there are some real life superheroes that do exist. And I'm not talking about like, you know, police officers and firemen, like all the stuff that people say, oh, yeah, they're heroes, right?
All right. Give us our
I'm talking about
Rorschach.
costumed heroes.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a bunch of them here. There's 25 here. I'm going to roll through some of them.
Okay.
This guy is Zeta Man. So,
What do I need to know
takes
about
his
Zeta
role a
Man?
little too seriously. He patrols the streets of Portland. He's armed with a steel baton and a 30,000 volt taser.
30,000?
Yeah, that's what it says on here. He roams the streets looking for civilians to help that are in need. And I guess he's never needed to use his weapons, but he's prepared to fight off criminals when things stir up. I can't wait to show you these pictures later.
Okay, so I have a question about these people.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any, like... I wish they had stats. I want them to be like baseball cards. Like, have they actually contributed to society?
Some of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'll roll through
I won't
them.
interrupt anymore.
This
Sorry.
is Wheel Clamp Man. He's in the UK.
I'm sorry. I'm going to need that name again.
Wheel Clamp Man. So, oh no, I'm sorry. He's in Australia. There's another guy that does the same thing in the UK. But he's in Australia. He's a real life superhero. Basically, what he does, he removes those tire locks that get put on.
Oh, those big
vehicles.
like yellow ones?
Yeah. He goes around doing that. He looks like Freddie Mercury and the Riddler if you put them together.
He goes around taking them off?
Yeah. So he's helping citizens because of the fascist government, I guess. I don't know.
He's helping citizens get out of...
By breaking the law.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I mean, they're all vigilantes, right?
I guess so. This next guy, the Statesman.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's a banker by day and badass crime fighter by night who protects the streets of Birmingham. That's UK. So he stops drug dealers and preventing burglaries. Yeah. Sports state-of-the-art gadgets to help citizens in danger and a flashlight to scare off villains who cross his path.
So one of those like big nightsticks.
I guess.
Well, I mean, that works if it's in England. They don't have guns.
They don't have guns. Yeah. This guy's the Crimson Fist.
Wow, dude, these names, bro.
Crimson Fist. So he used to do drugs and alcohol a lot, contributing to his, I guess.
And he was wearing vigilantism.
Sure, his mask and what the heck is he wearing? I don't know, but by day he's an IT programmer. By night he spends his time helping homeless by handing out supplies such as bottled water, socks, food, and using his own funds. He just does it in spandex, I guess. I don't know.
You know what, though? So far, these people are freaking weird.
Yeah.
But good for them, man.
They're
trying to be
helping
helpful to their
people.
community.
They're just dressing up while doing it.
Yeah.
Maybe a little morale, right? You know.
All I'm hearing so far is we got to go to Joann's.
We could get, got to get a sewing machine. I don't have one.
You don't.
Boy. But mom does. Well, I need a costume. Come on.
Why? Why isn't my S centered?
She would so help us.
She would so yell at us too.
Yeah. This guy,
Let's know my Kevlar.
Angle Grinder Man.
Angle
Grinder Man.
makes so much more
Got an
sense.
angle grinder.
Okay.
Yeah. And
I thought it was ankle grinder man, and I'm just like, ugh.
he does the same thing, takes those clamps off the car's wheels and stuff like that. He hasn't been seen him for about 10 years now, though. So
Really?
yeah.
Okay.
Terrifica. Not bad. Different.
That's not bad.
Yeah. She's American, super heroine, who patrolled New York City for some time. That's what it said. I'm reading it.
Okay.
I'm reading it. Okay. I'm gonna give you shit when you read yours and it says something stupid. Okay?
Yes, you do.
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
But yeah, they lost track of her, so she's probably dead somewhere.
Dead in the ditch in Alabama.
Could be. Well, she's from New York, so.
She got taken to Alabama.
Super Barrio, basically. Super Barrio Gomez is a Mexican superhero based in Mexico City.
Okay.
Non-violent means to fight crime and corruption with protests, civil disobedience, and political action.
Yeah, he's dead.
He wears a luchador mask and big SB, looks like a Superman emblem crest, and it has SB in it. It's yellow spandex and gold tights with a gold like underwear tights with a gold cape.
A cape even.
This guy looks like straight up John Cena in like Peacemaker here. So his name is Super Space Hero original.
Super Hero.
He's a former professional wrestler who roams the streets of Clearwater, Florida. Of course he does. In his 1975 Corvette, which is a pretty cool looking car actually, and helps stranded motorists. He also teaches young people about road safety and raises money for various charities with particular emphasis on helping the homeless.
Okay. Awesome guy. Great guy. Why do we get the freaking one that doesn't know how to name him? Wow.
They all look similar, but he's got a cool car, so, you know.
Okay. If you have the money to go out there and help charities and not have to be working when you're doing what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
Why do you have a bargain like store costume?
I don't know. He made it himself.
Like,
it's his wrestling costume that he modified, probably. Who knows?
I know. Oh, God. I know a couple of guys, if we actually wanted to make costumes, that actually make wrestling costumes.
It's funny.
You remember Carlos?
Yeah.
His partner.
Yeah.
Because remember, he was my employee.
Yeah.
And he's the one who made all the stuff. And he actually makes the gear for a lot of people. It's one of his like side job type things.
That's funny.
He also does turnbuckles and stuff.
I'm not doing this with you, man.
What?
Not happening.
What if we have a mask?
No.
They'll never even know.
No, they won't know. They won't know.
This will all be in my mask.
Oh, okay.
I'm not doing a diamond mask, dude. I'm not.
I see you in that. So.
Dude, I would. No. You got to have like a Vega mask at the very least.
That's funny. No, man, we're not doing it. Shadow hair is the next one.
We're doing it.
And hair is like the rabbit.
Oh, okay.
And it's from Cincinnati. 2005 became widely known through the news and various videos. In 2009, that's 2012. No reported activity from Shadow Hair. He's most likely retired in real life as a real life superhero. So, okay.
Interesting.
This guy, the Flashing Blade. There is no picture of this person.
He's like a flash.
But in 2007, this person, I guess, came out of nowhere and helped police catch some criminals in the UK. The Flashing Blade ran up to a gang who was about to attack unarmed detectives. Why they were unarmed, I don't know. Oh, UK. Slashing frantically with his 3-foot sword, he cut one of the gang members on the arm, and his actions basically helped panic the gang, and the cops were able to apprehend them. So,
wow.
He's described medium build, white guy, mid 40s, 5'10", with a mustache. That's how he's described. But he had a 3-foot sword, so.
Now, okay, question on a 3-foot sword. Do we think that it's a 3-foot blade or just a 3-foot sword in totality?
Wasn't there.
Interesting.
Know. But he did a thing and he helped. So this guy I've heard of before, Phoenix Jones, and I think you've seen him. on something, probably TV or whatever, because he did get some publicity. But it's an all black uniform, the mask, and then gold. This is what he looks like. You might have.
I have seen him because he kind of looks a little bit like Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
But
so he chases thieves. He breaks up bar fights and stuff like that. So
see, we can do that. Let's go break up some bar fights, bro.
Saying he's in Seattle. So I don't know. Do we have an Orlando one here?
Yes.
Yeah,
we do, and it's like I don't remember anything about it, but I know we have one. He looks like he belongs in like Coco.
Nice. This guy Nix is a NYX. I think it's a guy. Could be this woman. There's two people in this picture, but they just patrol the streets in New York and help the homeless and people who are unprotected. So there we go.
That's cool. Yeah. That's cool.
Mr. Extreme.
Mr. Extreme.
Real life superhero fights crime in San Diego, California. Leader and foundation of Extreme Justice League, which gained attention through Real Life Superhero Project. The Real Life Superhero Project, whatever that is. And its website, and got inspiration from the Power Rangers, from a suit. Okay. Well. Mangano, I believe.
Mangano
is this guy's name.
I don't know why they all, if you can't pronounce it, they become
South
Mario
American
brother.
Superhero. What does he do? He rides an awesome motorcycle, and he has a shield similar to Captain America's, and he has the colors of the Argentinian flag.
Isn't that just blue and white?
Master Legend.
That's our guy, isn't it?
Is number 11 here. He is from, they don't say, but
blonde hair.
No, this guy looks like Halo reject. So,
oh no, that's not our guy. Never mind.
No, sorry about that.
Our guy, I think, has like star or something in it or something like that.
Yeah, he's your run of the mill crime fighter over here.
Master Legend.
Yep.
That's
Lionheart is this next guy.
Okay.
Oh,
Lionheart. Boy. It's not Dragonheart, but
yeah,
close.
Well, Van Damme had a movie called Lionheart, so there you go. He teaches people how to do simple things like how to prevent a lion attack.
How to prevent what?
A lion attack. He's in Africa.
Okay.
So that makes a little bit more sense. This guy's name, number 9 here, is Life. Okay. He didn't grow up with much. Didn't stop him from giving to others. New York native. Helps homeless population. That's what he does.
So far, New York has the most heroes, just like in the comics.
I guess so. Night Warrior. And it's like medieval knight.
Oh, okay.
Warrior. Okay. Operations in Salford, Greater Manchester, England.
All right. A lot of English heroes, by the way.
Okay, yeah, them too. New York,
surprising.
And UK.
Yeah.
His mission statement is: "My mission is to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum." All right, bud. That's his.
So lame.
Yeah, if you look at him, he looks like he just graduated from grade school.
Wow.
Yeah.
He looks. Yeah, he does not look intimidating in the slightest.
Yep. This guy's in Rochester, New York. Is it Geist? I think his name is.
Geist?
Yeah. And
isn't that a natural character from Deadpool 2?
This guy looks like a cowboy.
Oh, I think Geist was the one that had acid vomit.
No. Yeah, it doesn't say what he does, though. So, oh, wait, yes, it does. He prevents graffiti artists from vandalizing city structures. Oh.
That saves a lot of taxpayers' dollars.
Dex Laser Skater.
Okay.
is he was featured in a Finnish magazine. He's Finnish. Let's see here. He just has skates and he guides tourists, tips waiters, doormen, and street musicians, and helps the police.
Wow.
So he's useless.
Okay.
DC's Guardian.
I hope that's not his whole name.
That's his name. DC's Guardian. I'm going to give you one guess where he's based out of.
Manchester?
No, Washington, D.C.
Oh, crap. I should have known that.
DC's Guardian. He hands out pocket-sized versions of America's Constitution.
I hate this guy so much.
He's that guy.
He's the reason why every freaking entitled white woman has one in her purse.
It's him.
God, I hate that
Dark
guy.
Guardian is the next one.
This dude,
New York.
better.
He's from New York. He teaches children not only how to defend themselves. He opened up a superhero academy, and that's where he teaches kids how to defend themselves, but also teaches them lessons in morality. So basically, he's like the guy at your local dojo, but he just, instead of wearing a gi, he wears spandex. That's basically how that works. Captain Australia, you get one guess where he's from.
Hungry?
Yeah, there you go. I am.
From Austria?
Thank you. What does he do? He's got a YouTube account, website.
Okay.
Doesn't say what he does. So he helps people.
Okay. I like how like the people lower on the list had more information.
Bohemian Heroine. I don't know. I think she has her own little movie or something like that, because this looks like a YouTube thing. Like she's got like a advertisement going on here. So she's marketing. Marketing's good, dude.
Look, man, merch sales. That's all I'm gonna say.
What does she do though? Oh, it was inspired by a film starring Connie Chan. Okay.
That makes it so much more lame.
Yeah, it's like you couldn't even come up with your own idea. All right, number 1. Thanatos.
Thanatos. The long lost brother of Thanos.
Well, it's ancient Greek mythology. That's where that name comes from. He's the personification of death itself. At 65 years old, a man named I can't even say it right now. Thanatos. I don't know. Wheat toast. He's from Vancouver. He helps people that are living on the street. And that's basically all he does. Death better get out of there and start taking care of these people. Mad respect. Okay. So most people take care of homeless people.
Right, which makes sense. I get that.
That's pretty much.
Hold on.
That's pretty much that.
I am going to just double check something really quick.
And that's what he looks like.
Jesus.
There are not very many good ones here. The kick-ass guy is probably the best costume.
Yeah.
Here's the Power Ranger guy. Doesn't look like Power Rangers at all.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Oh,
here's the first guy with the 30,000 volts.
Oh. Here's the thing. Master Legend.
Yeah.
He is ours.
He is?
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't say here.
Master Legend is a real-life superhero who currently is out of Winter Park.
Oh, my gosh.
And he's the co-founder of the real-life superhero group and Justice Crusaders.
We can join this.
We 100% can.
Now we can't because our secret identities are...
It's fine. We're good.
We're good.
Oh, come on. You're giving me... I hate this crap. No, just let me view now.
I want to see it now.
freaking Orlando Sentinel crap.
Well, now that we know that we can join a guild or some type of league of justice.
Okay, see, your photo of Master Legend is different than this photo. This is the one that I knew of. Doing left-handed work is difficult.
Just switched it. Now we're connecting with Facebook. Oy vey. So,
what were you going to say, though?
So now that you know that it's very real possibility. Oh, look at him.
Yeah.
Very real possibility that we can do this. We can join up. No, he looks the same, dude. What are you talking about?
I can barely see. Okay. So I didn't get a full-on view, and so because of that, I couldn't see the helmet thing.
He's got the army helmet looking thing. We can contact this guy and we can be part of this. What would you do? Like, what would be your superhero niche if you were to do it?
I mean, obviously patrol downtown, right? Okay. And then whenever I saw the acts of evil,
okay,
I would murder those people doing so.
So you wouldn't last long as a hero. So you would quickly start off as a hero and become the supervillain, because there has to be someone for these people to fight.
I could be the damn it. I couldn't say it with a straight face. Crap. I could be the man that these people need.
Yeah. You can assign purpose to their life. If you just go around and try to kill off all the heroes, they will band together even stronger.
Dude, do you know how awesome that would be?
To like become the supervillains of these real life heroes, to make
I wouldn't mess with any of their charity work. I wouldn't do that.
Killing them would be the way to. I mean, are you talking about murder here?
No, physical harm.
Oh, physical harm.
Yeah. Maiming
them.
Yeah.
Great. That's nice. That's not sinister enough.
You don't know how I'm going to maim them.
That's not. I'm just saying it's not sinister enough. What you need to do is
slowly cut off toes.
No, it's like drop some crack next to the homeless guy.
Wow.
Because they're trying to help the homeless guy, and you're like, nope.
So I need to be like the bad, like I need to be the devil on the shoulder of the homeless guy. Right. So I got to be the homeless devil. That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, that's your name. In fact, that is your villain, your supervillain name, the homeless devil. You see it now.
I honestly don't think I like that one that much.
The homeless devil.
That's it. I mean, it's clever. Give you that.
Okay.
Do you remember when we started researching different fabrics back in like sand lime days? And we found this one particular fabric that was being like research and development, where the more kinetic force that went into it, the more rigid it became.
Yeah. I did no such things when I was younger. Or last weekend.
Okay, thank you. All right. I'm just saying we have more disposable incomes now.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we can make superhero suits. I might have one in my Amazon cart right now. I actually did. There was a Superman suit that I was like, oh, they did a really good job. It was like a cosplay thing.
Right.
I'm like, that'd be cool to throw on. As you said, you were talking about mannequins the other. Throw it on there, and
we gotta make some mannequins.
Cool. So yeah, we could do that for our superhero suits.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for the
chest plate behind you.
Yeah,
saying that Batman symbol comes off.
There's a there's a really cool version of a Wolverine body armor that I want to make.
Okay.
It's actually like it's like a sweet like rendition I haven't seen before. That I think it would be really fun to make out.
Well, in all seriousness, if you became a vigilante, let's say something happens, there's some tragedy, and then like it inspired you to punish crime. Okay, where would you go? What would you do? What's your move? What would you wear, or what type of weapon would you carry? And then where would you go to carry out your justice?
Okay, so I cannot answer where I would go. Only because I feel like that's very dependent upon my personal tragedy that causes the situation. Right?
It was a gang violence. It was a home invasion that slaughtered your...
Do I know the suspects for that?
They're not found.
Not found.
It was a home invasion. They've been happening around town. Very generic, descriptions.
I have like no leads whatsoever.
Over the face.
Bandana, you say? And what color?
Who knows? Because it was in black and white because of the night vision on the cameras. Unfortunately, but dark color bandana.
Okay.
So,
yeah, I know where I'm going. Those things matter.
Racist.
Depends on the gang, bro. You got to know which one you got to go. But okay, so I would think, as far as weapons go,
would you use some type of tech to your advantage? Would you get into that? Would you use some type of blunt objects?
I would probably go low tech, simplicity aspects as far as weapons, but probably more like blunt.
Okay.
Mundane in appearance. Therefore, it would be easier to be able to incognito carry. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Things like a wooden sword type style.
Okay.
You know? Obviously not an actual sword that's wooden. That's like way too like, hey, look at the guy with the sword. You know what I mean? But maybe like, a good stick, like those little mini bats.
Sure.
But one like actually made well, like on a lathe, really good with some strong wood. That maybe has like a razor blade embedded into it from one point of view.
Okay.
Oh, you know what you do is you put the razor blade at the bottom of the butt so that you can just right there.
Wow.
Right across the bridge of the nose.
Cool.
Yeah, that would be like your mark.
It could be your mark.
Yes. Yeah. You do like a...
What would your name be?
I don't know.
Razorbat.
Razorbat. No, I wouldn't have a name. Think of it like this. Think the Patriot.
Right. Well, Ghost.
You don't make your own name.
Right. They
make the name for you. And if it's lame, you murder that guy. And then you leave a will and testament that said, I deserve this because I came up with a bad name.
No. You on the wall next to his murder, with his blood, you write, my name is not so and so.
Please try again.
Bad name.
Try a brainstorming.
That's funny.
I would help more, but I'm running out of blood.
Right. Close. Try again. Yeah.
Oh, God. I don't like the naming convention you're going with currently. Perhaps come up with a little bit of a difference.
Just something catchier.
Yeah, a little bit, marketability. That's what I'm looking for here.
Needs to happen.
I don't know. Like I said, the extremistics also sound good, right?
Yeah.
The aspect to...
You want to be Nightwing.
No, I do not have the lifetime of gymnastics to be a Nightwing. I'm just saying, technology-wise, that would be like a good level. I could go right now and make that.
Sure.
No problem. And it would last at least 3 or 4 beatings.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I wouldn't be on a list from purchasing the things I would need to purchase to be able to do so.
Okay.
That's what I'm getting at. As far as like outfit protection type situation.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good question. I feel like you got to go mask.
Got to go
right.
Mask. Sure.
It's got to be full coverage. I would not want any exposed skin. Period.
Okay.
Because that way, you don't know what I am.
Sure.
You know what I mean? That helps. We're looking for a big guy. Okay,
wearing goggles then.
Goggles.
I mean, you can't have any type of like skin showing around the eyelids or just paint.
Yeah, you can just
Batman makeup it.
Yeah, you can just Twilight it.
Twilight it. Jeez. Wow.
He's the only one that actually took it seriously enough for them to show the eye makeup. It's like finally, because it was so much bull crap before.
Twilight it. It's not Twilight anymore.
We'll see the second movie.
It's messed up.
But yeah, no, I think I would go that route.
All right.
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, you're just gonna go around shooting people?
Me?
Yeah.
No, but I wouldn't write that off as an option. I'm saying it would depend on the predicament. If I'm going to like a place where that would benefit me, sure. Me, it would probably a lot of stabby type things, knives, probably most likely. Would be the way I would go. I have a sword, so maybe that's.
I will say
maybe that's there. I have it already. I might as well.
I feel like with each accomplished, I don't know if you would call it assassination, taking the garbage out, whatever you want to utilize.
Criminal hit.
Yeah. Whatever weapons they owned,
right,
would then become weapons I owned.
There you go.
I do not have a...
That's your trophies. You're taking those trophies.
No. I'm going to... The first one you kill, you kill, but you like chop up and you put it throughout like all of Everglades so they don't know. But anything that happens to be registered towards them, now you have an alias.
Got it. I would... Here's how I would do things. Yeah, I would use whatever weapons I felt appropriate for the job. I'd probably have a few on me, at all times when I'm doing my thing. I agree with you as far as costume goes. I'd probably look at some of like the motorcycle padding and stuff like
motorcycle
that.
Works because you could do motorcycle helmet too.
Well, you can, but like they have some really good like padding and stuff, really and even hard shell stuff that and some of the stuff you just throw a sweatshirt on or whatever and you look a little bulkier, but like you don't know that that's there, so you can dress normal looking and be protected, in that regard. If you wanted to be a little bit more,
because you could also
incognito,
even like their gloves and stuff,
have all of
good
that.
Like you reinforce some of that stuff.
So that'd be cool. So that'd be good. That'd be good. Just it's already made, already done, and it's a little inconspicuous to buy as well. So
right.
So there'd be that, and then where I would go, once again, kind of similar to you, but I would go where I felt like people would cause, be in crimes, like parking lots that are dark, parking structures. I would patrol kind of around that kind of thing. Obviously, where there's alcohol and bars and, where people be quick victims, right? In those types of environments, stuff like that, And then I think I would probably scour the internet, of course, using a device that's not traced back to me somehow, but for like things that they like, people who committed crimes that like are reported on, or you could do the police scanner thing or whatever, but like people who've been arrested but maybe and convicted but maybe got out and it was too light of a sentence, or they're repeat offenders, that kind of thing. Just wait for them to get out again, and that would be my mark. I would just So they're no good. They've been involved with. They have a record of this and that. And I'd be like, okay,
here's
law-abiding citizen type stuff. Like, here we go.
I got some ideas on that. So right,
yeah.
So public records,
yeah,
very easy to figure out release dates.
Yeah.
So all you'd have to really do is hang out around 33rd.
Yeah.
And
Making
as somebody who's
checking it twice.
Here's the thing. As somebody who has picked up some of those people for rideshare purposes.
Sure.
It also helps because then you know where you're dropping them off.
Yeah. Well, that's where you get your helper, right, as well. Because it can't be you, because you can be pegged to like, oh, who dropped them off? Well, look at their phone, their record.
That, right. Or you basically just do like a stakeout type situation, wait for them, and then you do like a good follow.
Right. But if you know someone,
right.
Then that can be like a good like partner type situation.
Another good one, right? So you got to think that the average person that's getting out of jail, and this is very stereotyping, but it's accurate. I would say the majority smokers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you go ahead and get yourself a little Apple AirTag.
Yeah.
You put it in the bottom of like a half-used thing of cigarettes, and then you just randomly walk past them. Odds are they're going to ask for a smoke and be like, you know what, man, you can just have the rest of this one. I got a full pack. And then you give that to them, and then, now you have a easy trackable thing.
Yeah, you could definitely do that. AirTag.
Because after you kill them, you just take that back.
Yeah. Yep.
For price saving purposes.
It's funny. So would you kill them? So you would.
Well, it depends on what they got arrested for. I mean, if he was arrested for jaywalking, maybe not. Just slice.
No. But what I'm saying, if you kind of done research on some of these people that, these are people that like shouldn't be out of jail, or you feel like, they served their time, but not in my book, right? Like you have a different view of justice if something happens to you in that way. You're not all there.
I would say that it depends on the person, only because. Is this an end goal person, or is this a stepping stone person?
This is just part of the job. This is just.
If this is okay.
Another day in the office.
I don't know if I'm explaining what I'm saying correctly. Is this a person that I'm trying to get information to be able to get somebody above them?
Oh, yeah.
Then no, I may not kill them. But if this is like the picture that's on the top of the fucking murder board, then yeah.
Okay.
So
interesting. I don't know. Because then do you stoop to the same level? I mean, because I'm sure they have a mother or a father. They have maybe kids. They have.
Oh, do you have the no women and children?
Do you do like a
clause?
Batman no kill rule, or Blue Beetle?
I mean, even Deadpool doesn't do children.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that what you is. Do you have a rule, or do you say, sorry, scumbag? Are you a hero? Do you just mess them up real good? Like, what do you do, right? Or just Punisher them?
Now you got to take the trash out, bro.
Punisher them.
Yeah. And unfortunately, sometimes to be able to get to the appropriate cancer, you have to have some collateral damage.
So here's what I would do. Probably similar to you. And it would be more like it'd be funny. I'd be kind of more like a Judge Dredd type thing, where I would be like, I would list off, I'd say their full name, and I'd list off their crimes. And for this, you were punished. Whatever it is, whatever line I come up with, a sentence
John
is
Smith,
death.
you
right?
have failed this city.
Right, exactly. Right, your sentence is death.
I mean,
whatever that is, and do your thing. You just do your thing.
I would,
that way they know. That way they know justice has been served.
Enjoy doing a couple of hits with a bow and arrow.
Oh my gosh, you're demented, dude.
Run, boy.
Oh, you're demented.
Just like get them in the calves and make them fall.
You're demented.
Have them crawl away from you a little bit.
Yeah, but justice, that's it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, here's the thing. Like,
They have to know. That's my point, though. They have to, or else it's just another criminal, assaulted and killed a person. It's like, no, you have to. And then what you do is you have the list of those things, and that's their death warrant, basically, that you attach to their body. So
I feel like there should be a manila envelope that is dropped on the carcass.
Right.
That is the reason, like the proof of why they were judged.
Yes. Right.
Yeah.
And then the stamp that says guilty, right across it or something like that.
Not a stamp, sir.
Well, you might not have time to write it in blood all the time.
No. You misunderstand. It is a brand.
Batman did that in whatchamacallit. No, it's a stamp. It's a rubber stamp, but you don't use ink. You do use their blood.
Oh, that's so good.
On the paper. So then,
and thumbprint.
And that's blood. I guess I could think like SVU. You hear, dun, 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 and they're like, yeah, and that stamp, it's in his own blood.
Well, it's sure as hell not semen.
Yes,
you got to take the.
And there's a stapler in his ass, which is why it's on SVU. Why a stapler? Why always a stapler?
Stapler. Oh man. So yeah, now
that's funny.
I feel like, it is what it is. Sometimes though, what if you were an eye for an eye like person? So like if they killed a child, you would kill their child. I'm just saying, like, what if you went to like that level of like that's some anti-hero?
You're losing me here. You're losing me, villain.
Well, I'm just saying, like, okay, so like if they killed somebody in like a reckless driving situation,
okay,
well then you put them in a car that is like remote controlled,
yeah,
and you crash them into like a fucking building.
You just duct tape your hands to the steering wheel, then put a broomstick on the wheel or whatever it is, and
that's how you kill them.
Yeah, I mean that's creative,
right? Like some Saul shit.
You run the risk of messing that up more because you're trying something different every time instead of having your method that works. So
I guess just fine. Torture and death. That's fine.
That's fine.
I guess.
Torture and death. If they do have a family, do you deliver a letter to the family? This world is a better place because so and so is not here. Here are the list of their crimes.
I don't know.
That just kind of puts salt in the wound.
Yeah, I feel like that's unnecessary.
Well, because if you're already doing the manila envelope,
family.
Yeah. You're already doing the manila envelope.
The cops will do that part for me.
Yeah.
They'll let them know.
Hey, here's what was on the body.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah. And then if it doesn't happen, then you just you have a copy. You drop it off at like the Sentinel.
Right.
It's all good.
That's funny. Well, listen, we can be part of real life superhero organization.
Whoa.
Because it's right here. Team Justice.
Team Justice. Team Just Us.
Co-founder of Team Just Us. Wow.
Remember the Just Us League? Yeah.
Cute. Wow.
I'd love to spar with some of those guys.
Yeah?
Yeah. That'd be fun.
This guy looks like he does a thing.
I'm just saying.
It's funny.
Would you have a pet sidekick?
I'd have a dog at home to guard the base.
Max.
Cats mess with the camera work.
I know. Max is our cameraman.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. That's what I think we would do.
Yeah. I'm just saying we could do it. We could do the costumes and get that
Here's
ready.
The other thing.
I'd say we go full costume, and then we go.
If you can't tell, there's a cat that is currently going all around the tripods. He's letting us know it's late.
It's late.
and he would like to take a nap.
He would like to take a cat nap. But I say we show up in full costume. We show up in full costume. We make it, and we just find these guys and be like, "Hey guys, we're ready. We're here," and just to see.
You know what would be interesting though, if we showed up, but in like, because I'm looking at some of their costumes. Their costumes are pretty like flamboyant.
Oh no, Master Legend.
Yeah, see, what I'm talking about
Looks like steel, sort of.
Yeah, no, it
General
looks like
Patton.
It looks like it's spray painted like hockey pads.
Yeah.
But like show up with like some real junk and just be like, "So you ready to do this?"
Right.
Just like strapped, like, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can make them chicken out.
No, these are plastic bullets. Don't worry, we're good.
Obviously.
No, I mean, listen, they have a code, I'm sure. So you might get kicked out real quick. But
kick me out, I'll just freaking kill them. I mean,
hey, I'm done with handing sandwiches out to homeless people. I want to hit someone in the face.
And if it needs to be a homeless person, I'm okay with that.
Gotta start somewhere. You gotta start somewhere.
Yeah.
It's terrible, dude. It's funny. Cool, man. That's it. You want to do some trivia?
Let's do some quick trivia real fast. All right, so
you'll get that one for sure.
Okay. You have to let me know the order. This is so lame.
Oh boy, here we go.
The order of the symbols on a PlayStation controller from the top. Hey, from the top, moving clockwise. What is the top one?
P. It's for PlayStation. What?
What's the top one?
What? I don't know what these things are, dude.
Are you serious?
I'm not a gamer.
Wow.
I have 2 PlayStations sitting right over there.
I know.
That I can cheat and look at, which I am right now.
You can't see it from this angle.
You can't see it from this angle.
All right.
You're blind.
Well, I know what they are.
All right.
Even though I don't own a PlayStation. Well, actually, I do own a PlayStation.
Yeah, you do. What do you got? I don't know.
Oh, okay. So it's triangle.
Oh, you're talking on the controller.
Yes.
I thought you meant the logo.
No, I said on a controller. So
Triangle's at the top.
Okay, clockwise.
X. Oh, okay. I always just do up and down.
Yeah.
Triangle. Oh my gosh.
Oh, this is the other thing from last time.
Yeah, it's triangle. Oh my gosh, I don't know if it's circle or square. That's funny. I'm gonna go with. Yeah, I don't remember. I'm gonna go with circle.
Okay.
X square.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I thought you meant the logo.
No.
So I was like the P because it's like this, and then the S goes like that.
I had no idea what the hell you were even talking about that shit. I was like, all right, whatever.
Okay.
All right. It's a numbers game. So the answer is just a number.
I hate this shit.
It's Michael Jordan's jersey number when he returned to the NBA's Chicago Bulls in 1995 after having retired to play baseball.
Well, was it different?
When he first came back, yeah.
Yeah.
Because excuse me,
23
was retired.
So he had to have another one. Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember it though.
It's his dad's number.
Yeah. I remember hearing that. I just don't remember what the number is.
You don't know?
I'm trying to picture it. I'm trying to picture him. What was it on the Wizards?
It was 23.
He did, right? Because that was a different team.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, I don't remember it.
45.
45?
Yeah.
Okay.
When you see it, you're like, oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if I would have.
Really?
I think I'd be like, why does it say 45? Yeah, I think I would have.
Yeah. I want to say that he when he came back, he was 45 for like a season or two, and then he just like paid whatever it was, and they brought it back at 23.
If it's your number, you should be able to pick it back up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did.
Because I don't remember seeing the 45 in all honesty. Okay, well, I didn't get that one. Well, here's one you will get.
Cool.
You have to name who this person is, all right? I was a heartthrob in the 90s and was on a teeny bopper magazine cover and posters. Okay? That could be anyone.
Okay, yeah. We're narrowing it down.
You'll get it now. I voiced young Simba in Disney's The Lion King.
Oh, it's Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
There you go.
Duh.
Oh, and Tim Allen was my TV dad in Home Improvement.
Yeah.
Well, you could have also said JTT.
I was literally about to say, I mean, JTT was like the shit, bro.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, but young Simba, please.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. All right, here's this one here.
Yep.
What's the number of questions a contestant had to answer correctly to win $1 million in the original Who Wants to Be a Millionaire game show? The original.
10?
Wrong.
What was it?
15.
Fiac. 5. Okay, that makes sense.
Did you know that Norm Macdonald participated in Celebrity Millionaire?
Okay.
And he would have won.
Really?
He got to the $1 million question. And he chose to not answer it and to take and to walk. And
Right.
take, I think it was like 500,000 is like what that jump goes down
Right.
to. But he was right in his answer. But Regis kept doing his stupid fucking retarded Regis. I don't know. Maybe. It could be. You know, like he's doing, you know, like, dude, the problem with that I have a problem with that is, here's my opinion on it, right? You're hearing it. This was for fucking charity. They were donating it to charity, and Regis being a fucking prick and like doing the whole, maybe, I don't know. All he would have had to say, and he should have said was, Norm, you've been right this whole time. Go with your gut. And that's it, because he said what he thought the answer was. You know?
But here's the thing. Regis doesn't know what the answer is. It's not on his screen either.
I know, but but no. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. That's all he needed to say to Norm, who said he knew the answer. He was pretty sure of what the answer was. It was through Regis's bullshit antics that made him second guess himself. Yes, he was not confident in that.
Right.
Which, you know, but Regis threw him off. I'm like, you shouldn't be doing that, you dipshit. It's for charity. I get it on the regular show, but yeah, he actually got all of them right. One would have won. Isn't that funny? Anyway.
So I have the answers from last week.
Oh.
Who was the victim in the Olympic scandal that was dubbed the Whack Herd Round the World? Who was it, Chris?
Nancy Kerrigan.
It was indeed.
Tanya Harding was the bitch who hit her. Yep. So I remember that. I was at my grandmother's house, my mom's mom, when I learned about that and learned the whole story. Crazy.
Yeah.
So.
I remember the Barbara Walters interview.
Yeah.
I remember all that stuff.
Yeah.
And the other one, what active toy topped their TV commercial pitch by pointing out that the ball had a counter on it?
You know, I thought I knew it. I'm trying to remember it now. I don't remember now.
Skip it.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Yeah, I remember that thing. He goes around.
For this week, I have a couple of questions for these guys here.
Who are those guys?
Which of these is not a character from the animated show Rugrats? Is it Dexter, Tommy, Dill, or Spike?
I know.
I would not have known because that show gave me a headache because of the animation quality.
There wasn't a laboratory, so just saying. I don't know.
It's a numbers game, so the answer is just a number.
Here we go again.
It's the track number of the Blur song that is sometimes mistakenly titled Woohoo!
Okay.
So you'd have to know
I don't know any of the thing you just said. Yeah.
And then you'd have to know what track that song is on. And that is the answer.
It's 3. I don't know.
We will find out next week
Random
what that
number.
is.
Random number.
He's wrong.
Damn.
All right, that's all we got for this week. Anything else you got?
Adios.
Bye.
Later.